Okay, so this is a Johnson 55 horsepower from 1979. Quite an old engine's had quite a lot of love and renovation. So had an issue where the battery was relatively new, was fairly charged. I trickle charged it for a couple of days, so it was, I thought, quite in good state. I was getting power from all the other devices in the boat, but when I turned the ignition, it was basically clicking. So the solenoid here basically went click once, and if you kind of went and pushed and twisted, you would see the also this where is it, can't really see on this side, but here I believe that's a choke of some sort, would sort of like come out and go in, so you'd get that noise. But mostly the important thing was this click from the solenoid, sort of implying that it's receiving power but not functioning. And so it was working the day before, and then we moored the boat in the middle of the water and turned on in the morning. It wouldn't start, and it was just exhausting. I ended up changing all of the connections on the battery whilst I was in the boat, because I was basically stranded out there with my little kids in here, and didn't work, and I couldn't see any obvious things, so just kind of started to think that maybe the solenoid had died, which was the case. So a little hack, and so the rescue team actually just came out, and one of the guys, awesome amount of knowledge, and said, well, what we could do is do a test, and you can actually bypass the solenoid. So if you're really stuck and you're out on the water like me, and you don't know what to do because you need to get the engine started to get home, this is kind of a hack that would work. So underneath here, if you can see, if I get down here, underneath there you can see there's a little bolt, that copper kind of looking thing, so that was basically attached to this here with a bolt and a washer. And so basically the power's coming in on this cable here, and it's going into the solenoid, and then from here it was going from the solenoid to the starter motor, and obviously this was just not receiving the power it needed because the solenoid is knackered, which needs a new solenoid. So what you can do is basically to just take this off, and be obviously careful when you do this, and you can just about wiggle it enough to get the length to touch this part here. So that's essentially going to bypass the solenoid entirely. And so you kind of need to be two people to do this, unless you have sort of octopus arms. And so one person would, you sort of count 3, 2, 1, and one person would push in and twist the ignition to start, and at the same time someone would be holding this against the top here to basically bypass the solenoid, and that will just basically provide power, and you should see the thing start up. So if that doesn't happen, you probably got a problem with the starter motor or something else, but in my case it was a faulty solenoid, so I'll be replacing that. Just a little tip, and I thought I'd just document this for my own benefit and for maybe other people's benefit if they're stranded on the water and don't know what to do. That was something that helped me a great amount, and it started and I was able to get home here into my lovely mooring spot in Sweden. Thanks a lot.